welcome to this Friday's free Q&A session.
We are live. How far we still?
Don't force it, we force it. It's exactly. I'm gonna force it. Take action!
Hey!
Go find a real gold mine. Go find a real gold mine with action. I know it's happening.
Hey, Papa Jasper, welcome to today's broadcast. For those of you that are new to this platform, my name's Julie Sylvia. Kalungi Sil is short for Sylvia, so it's not Sly. Thank you so very much. It is Sylvia. And I am your quintessential social media mother. I know social media, at least the platforms that I work on, like the back of my hand. And I help our clients create monthly revenue without paying out more in monthly stipends. I help you leverage social media, whether in a DIY option done with you or done for you. You choose. In other words, you choose depending on your level of success at the moment. Sport you will become obsolete. Maybe that's the problem. The problem is 5G is something that everyone's like, I'm not sure about 5G. And do you like my hairstyle? Like, are you sure about my hairstyle today? What am I talking about? If you're new to this platform, welcome. This is my hug and virtual fist bump. If you are a repeat visitor, this is my hug and virtual thank you for always inspiring me, showing up and sharing with friends, tagging friends, asking questions so I can keep coming and sharing the value that I share. And today we had a question from a gentleman, I think, called Rinko Remilia. And he asked me, so that's the top question today. The other one will be whichever question you ask below. So drop it below and we can get the party going, right? So thank you, Jojo, for inviting and for tagging all these amazing people. And we hope they'll get the message that shows you love them. And we're all about love. As you join, definitely say hello, like you come to a party, like you look for the host and you're like, dude, this is an amazing party. How you doing? I know I used to play music for you and all that jazz, but then Facebook kept blocking my videos. I don't know, you don't have rights to this music and all that crap. So I'm like, no, I'm only playing my own music now, so you can't block me. So you're gonna have to listen to me as I talk the talk, which is the music. So top question, drop your questions below so we can, what do you want me to talk about today? Family life, marital life, friend life, or business? You decide. So ask your question. Today is free for all. You can ask any question, but I would suggest that you ask a question that's related to digital branding, digital marketing, social ads, social media marketing, attraction marketing, that kind of thing, social media management. I am pretty good at that. And if you want to talk about Pinterest, like, you will be my best friend. Like, if you ask a question regarding Pinterest or LinkedIn for that matter. And until recently, I was hating on Instagram, but now I've got me an Instagram coach, and my goodness, I'm finding the juice inside of Instagram. It hasn't weaned me off Pinterest even the slightest. But hey ho, I now understand the beast that is Instagram a lot more. So let's answer Remelia's question, and then if there's any other question dropped, I have my pen and paper, like I said before, and I'm ready to write it down so I can answer it. So let's answer the top question, because I'm sure you're like, Julie, tell us, How do I deal with an unsupportive spouse, especially if I'm starting my business and I need them to support me, hug me, touch me, feel me, and all those things that you want from your spouse, and they're not giving them to you, and you need them to stand by you. So, first of all, I've been married for 21 years, right? So, I might be the right person to answer this question for you, and I'm happy to answer it, right? I've been married for 21 years, and in that time, I've done the corporate thing, I've done the auxiliariness and support work thing, I've done the management thing, and now over the last 7 years, I'm building a business over 99% in the digital space. Now, you can't run a relationship digitally. Okay, so the relationship is physical. So first, in every relationship, it's about balance, listening, communication. Without those three things, it becomes a tug of war. I'll say them again, because you are wanting to build a business with your partner, or at least with them supporting you. And if they are not supporting you, at least they are not pooping on your parade, right? There has to be balance. Listening, communication. Those three things are essential in a relationship anyway, because without them, it is a who is the best and who wins, and it's a tug of war, because you're two full-grown adults, and each one of you has your own characteristics that, when you were courting, were not in play, and now everything is hanging out, like you're not hiding nothing from your partner. So mark my words, in the three things I shared, I did not say compromise. So many people keep saying marriage is a compromise, and I say no, it is not. You're not meant to live your life in compromise, because when you get married or when you hang out with this person as your partner, whether you have a ring on it or not, you're not supposed to be compromising every day. Like, that is not fun, is it? So compromise is overrated in relationship. Compromise in a relationship means someone is sacrificing, or they are going through self-denial, and that feels resentful. I'll say that again. Compromise feels resentful because you are having to dim your light so the other person may shine in some way. Now you're supposed to up level and upgrade on your strengths while downgrading your weaknesses. And so if you are looking at your partner and you're seeing their strength as a threat, there is a problem right there in that synergy. When you decide that you're going to start a business, now let's assume you've already started it, because clearly that's been the situation here when the question was asked, that you started a business and your partner is not supporting you. What you need to do is you need to take a decision. There's a difference between making a decision and taking a decision. See, most people make a decision and then don't follow up on it. But when you take a decision, you have made certain spiritual and mental changes and shifts that allow you to do whatever you need to do to get that decision into manifestation. So you need to take a decision to work your face off to create the results that you need to show your partner that their skepticism was wrong. Because usually the lack of support comes from skepticism. Like, they don't believe that you're going to succeed. They feel like you're wasting the money that you need to go into maybe essential things for the family or for the relationship if you don't have children yet. And so you need to go and do it. You need to go and do it. That means you need to pull whatever strings you need to pull in order to create success. And here's the problem for most startups and small business owners and reps and distributors. They don't know what to do, and they don't fancy investing in learning how to do it. Like, they've invested in this business and they hope somehow it's just gonna happen. Or they just have to wake up and dream, log into their back office and check for those non-existent sales that didn't come from the non-existent work they didn't do, and then they call one person, the Auntie May, who tells them, nah, I'm not interested in them things, and they think they've done the work. Like, tell me one successful business owner who sold one shoe and all of a sudden they were, a multi-millionaire shoe seller. You have to be ready to go through the numbers, to do the work, to reach out to people. If that's your type of business, you have to connect with the people. Business demands that you connect with people. It is what it is. Some people think I don't do network marketing. Bollocks. Every business is network marketing. You have to have the network and market to them so that you can make the moolah. It is as simple as that. So many people do this, and I hope it's not you, Remelia, and I haven't seen you yet, so I don't know if you're here yet as I'm answering your question. Here's the deal. Many people promise their spouses and partners paradise. You know, you may start a business when your relationship is also on a rocky patch. That's not the time to start a business. If your relationship is going through a rocky patch, and we all go through them, I go through them, you go through them, everybody goes through them, Beyonce goes through them, even the Queen goes through them. Do not start your business on a bad day. That's something that I learned from my coach way back. And a bad day means you're going through some rocky things. And I'm not talking about a lack of money. That's being broke. It is a state of environment, and you can change that. But there are other things going on in your life that make you like spiritually not ready to start something that needs a whole lot of positive energy running for you to make it happen. Now you can do another thing. You can use that to push you until your vision pulls you. But most people don't have that kind of spiritual maturity. So here's what many men do. They promise their wife or their partner or their boo or babe, they promise them paradise. And then they deliver the ghetto. Like they never ever, do what they promise. And then when you tell this person that you're starting a business, they're gonna say, yeah, right. Like, who do you think you are? Well, what business are you starting, right? You need to be present. A lot of men are never present in their homes when they need to be there. If they are there, they are on their phone. These days, there's WhatsApp. Oh my God. I don't know. Even my husband is a WhatsApp addict. Like he's on WhatsApp groups, going through videos, going through all those things. But the man delivers the goodies, so I don't care that he's on his WhatsApp. Every so often I'm like, you're always on your WhatsApp. But I'm not really particularly bothered, to be honest, right? He's a full-ass grown adult, and he can feed his mind what he wants to feed his mind because he delivers the good. But some men are on their phones, chatting away with their friends, chatting away on WhatsApp. They are not present, in other words. They come home late, so the whole family is waiting for them at 10 o'clock before they can have dinner. They come in a state of grumpiness and exhaustion, so their spouse and family feels neglected. And that's why they won't support you in your business. See, there is a problem right there, why they are not supporting you. So you have to ask yourself, what are the other contributing factors to why my spouse is not supporting me or my partner is not supporting me in my business? In this business that's meant to make us all financially better off so we can live a better life, why isn't she or he supporting me? I've just given you a couple of reasons. Let me give you the third. Did you share your vision, the bigger picture, with your partner, with your spouse? Did you share your why you're doing this business? See, a lot of people do business because, well, I want to make the money. But why do you want the money? See, money loves to be given a job to do. Don't just say, I want to make more money, because money it's not there to money. It's there to give you that car, that home, pay off your college debt, pay off your debt, buy the land you want to build the property on. Take your elderly parents to hospital. They need medical attention. Take your parents on a vacation. Take your family on a vacation. Stop living hand to mouth. Pay the bills that are long overdue. What does the money do? It needs a job. Money needs a job to do. If you don't give your money a job to do, it won't be coming to you. So give your money a job to do. Let me give you something very interesting. My son, he's only 17. He started a pop-up shop on Instagram with his friends. The first thing they did was decide what they want to do with the money. So why did they want the money? They want to go off on a trip to France as soon as it's possible to travel without any kind of, hindrances. So they have an aim for the money. How much will it cost? Based on the calculations they had at the time before lockdown, they have a price they are working towards to achieve. So now they have something they're going to do with the money, and they know how much they need. There are a number of them that are going. And finally, they've decided that with the money they are making, they're also going to give some to a local hospice. So they are going to be giving back. What does your money do? How, Tandy, how are you doing? Annie, Kimberly, I see you. What does your money do? Where is it going? What's it going to do for you? The reason your spouse is doubting you and is skeptical and is giving you the Spanish Inquisition is because you haven't shared your vision with them. You haven't told them what the money is going to do, that they need to buy into and stand behind you because it's going to be their advantage. So share your vision with them. Share the goal with them. Those two are different things, you see. Your vision is the bigger, audacious, like that thing that you probably might not even fully achieve before you leave this planet. Some people achieve their visions. Most 97, 99% people don't, because they just don't take a decision. Now, share that vision and then share the goals. The vision is the bigger picture. The goals are the breakdown of your vision into achievable things that you can touch, taste, feel, and share. The time frames. How long is your family gonna go through a season of waiting? I don't call it drought. I don't call it dryness. It's just a season of waiting on that seed to grow. How long will the seed take? That business you've just started, share the time frames with them. The milestones you've set for yourself. For instance, if it's in network marketing, what ranks do you want to achieve and how long that will it take to achieve those ranks, and what is the reward that comes with achieving those ranks, and how many people are you going to impact when you hit those ranks? See, I talked about giving back, giving a very simple example of my son and their pop-up shop. They are going to do something with the money. They are going to, there's a certain amount they want, and they're going to give back as well. So who are you going to impact? Who gets to benefit when you run your business? Share this with your partner. The targets you hope to achieve, share those things with your partner, because these are the things that are going to help you to literally show them the pure value and benefit of them standing behind you, or at least not pooping on your parade as you go about the business of building the business. Most people don't support you because you haven't shared this very important thing. And this is something that we do every week in my community. What will you do to celebrate the achievement along the way? Because that is your life. Remember, as you're building this business, every day that passes by is your life. So you are living in the gap between where you are and where you want to go with the money you want to produce with the business you're building. So what will you celebrate along the way? So maybe you'll have a nice latte with your wife every Saturday to talk about the growth, to share the excitement, and thinking, or your partner, you may not be married, there may be a husband and all that jazz. What do they have to look forward to? See, our brains are hardwired to receive rewards for doing good. If I'm going to be waiting on you to build the business, that means maybe we won't have to have that drink we always have on the weekend because you're building the business. How long am I going to wait before we go out for our drink again, right? Is it a year? Is it 2 years? Share that. And in between, what will we do to celebrate your growth and your journey as you build that business that replaces that drink we have every weekend? It may not cost the same as the drink, but it needs to be a reward that you share with your partner that gets them excited to either not poop on your parade or downright support. For instance, you can say to your Paul, because I am a woman, so I'm going to talk to a man, and my man's name is Paul, right? You can say, honey, honey, I'm going to be a bit absent in the next 2 years as I build this business. I need to hit national marketing director rank. In order to hit that rank, I need to have at least 250 people in my organization. Not all those 250 need to be directly, through my efforts, but I will have to then support my team so they can also grow. So we have a solid foundation, and then we can take more time off. We can go on at least 2-3 vacations every year. We will definitely be able to pay for a home that's better than this one. I can maybe buy us a better family car. You set the milestones, the benefits, the rank you want to hit, the amount of money you're going to make, and all those things. This is what I hope to achieve for us. This is what I hope to achieve for us. So I hope that when I build this business and it's working for us, I'll be able to bring in £10,000 per month. that should be able to give us a more comfortable life than we are on now on 2,000 pounds joint income. And I hope you will actually, stand by me. Now, understand this. Understand this. Hello, Olive Gold. Hello, Lori Mitchell. I see you. Good to see you guys. This is something that I learned way back in 2014, and it literally lifted a weight off my shoulders, because at the time I had expected my partner to almost like mentally, I didn't expect him to stop his job because he's a consultant. He's great at what he does and he gets good dollar. But in my mind, I expected him to be with me doing the business. I don't know how, like maybe every weekend he would be with me. Every evening he comes home from a long day at work, then we would do the business together. So I had big expectations of it. But here's the thing, you don't need to add all that burden on your spouse, because if they are doing something, whatever they are doing, unless they willingly offer their time and resources, they are not obliged. It is the truth. So I want you to understand this. And if you're building a team and you're building a business and your partner is not behind you, especially if you are in MLM and network marketing, I'm telling you, I can't tell you how many partners, spouses, and booze do not stand behind their partners, spouses, and booze when it comes to that mode of business. You do not need their permission to build your business. The idea is it's supposed to create revenue for y'all. So you met as full-grown adults and you were taking decisions before you met this person. Just because you're married to them doesn't mean you now seek their permission to do stuff. I'm serious about it. So have the hard conversation with your partner. Have this hard conversation with your partner. Take them out for a meal or for a cup of tea. So in other words, away from your usual environment and maybe away from the children if they might distract you, and she or he might then pretend that the children are distracting them. They can't give you their full attention. You need their full attention when you're going to have this conversation. So take them out somewhere, maybe even go for a drive, right? And simply say these things with the confidence and love you have for the partner that you have and for the business you're building, because you love both these things. They are going to work together to make your life a lot easier. Remember, you will be in hell if your partner doesn't support you at home, and you could be building this business and it starts to feel like hell as well, and so you're in double hell. So you need to clear one hell so that you can also lift the burden on the other. And I'm not saying that business is hell, I'm just saying it can sometimes feel like it's a mountain that is a straight uphill drive. You can't even drive up it. You need a hose and things to get into the wall and go up one hand and one foot at a time. So here's the thing. Take your partner out and share this. Now, let's assume I'm talking to Paul. I'll go, baby, I don't need your approval to build this business. I don't need your permission to build this business. We are adults in this relationship, and I hope and I would be so excited if you would support, agree, or accept what I'm doing. But it's not mandatory. All I ask is do not talk ill about my business to me or anybody else. Do not poop on my parade, because it's hard enough trying to build this business from scratch. If you respect our relationship, stop picking on me and instead let me get on with building this business to our success. Very simple. Now, obviously, it's not simple, is it? Because you may be one of those people who did all the things I said at the beginning. If you didn't know what I said at the beginning, you will need to replay, right? Because your relationship may be a few years into the making. Maybe you haven't put a ring on it yet, and this woman's like, now you're starting another of those hair-brain things, and you haven't even brought lobola to my parents. Do you know what I mean? So there may be a lot of water under the bridge. So that conversation needs to really be exact. That's why it's a hard conversation. And in marriage, you will have, or relationships, you will have several hard conversations. So I'll walk through this again, because it is something that at one time I had to have this conversation myself, because I kind of had that energy coming off the good old dog that maybe it's time to get that job. And I was like, I don't need your permission to build a business. It would be awesome if you would support me, if you would agree with me or accept what I'm doing, but it's not mandatory. You genuinely do know I don't need your approval as an adult. All I ask is do not give me those eyes, do not give me do not talk ill about the business to me, do not give me those snide comments, do not poop on my parade. Literally, if you respect our relationship, stop picking on me and instead let me build this thing, just like I support your career, support my career. You don't need support me. You just need to just be when it comes to my business. Now, here is the thing that I want you to understand. After you've had that conversation, it is like super important that you prove what you've just told them, that you're going to build your business. And the only way to then turn around their skepticism and get their support is to go out there and get results. Let them start seeing money coming in. Let them start seeing results happening. Let them start seeing the church fill up with people. Let them start seeing donations coming into the non-profit. In other words, whatever you're doing, get the results. Go, and when you get the results, give them that. Remember the celebration we talked about? Give them the milestones and what you will celebrate with. Start the celebrations happening. Go win that trip for them. Take them on an amazing weekend away, vacation. It doesn't have to be a big thing, but start showing them that the business is doing some good stuff here. So I hope you are, you're turning your mindset around. Go pay for their car. Hey, see, most people think in Africa where I grew up, at least when I was growing up, our parents bought these things outright. These days, you don't have to buy the flipping car. You just go do hire purchase and pay off monthly payments. So it is possible to do these things and give your spouse or partner some goodies and keep them on your side. But it is very important that you stop begging for their support if you do not do the work, okay? If you're doing the work, literally say, darling, this thing is working, so you need to just let me get on with it. Daily do something and find a way to let them see what it is you're doing. Inside of my exclusive marketing masterclass, we give you an action step in addition to the strategies, the processes, daily, every single day, so you can confidently step towards your goals and get the results you need. And we call it the Winning Entrepreneurs Nation. Now it's for new and small to medium business owners who know that they need social media for their business, especially following the last 11 weeks. It's absolutely essential that you dial in your marketing so you can start making results for your business. Because it's those belts are gonna have to tighten real hard if you don't. Go get those damn results. Invest in a mastermind like the We Nation and get those things that you promised them. It is very important that they receive what they were promised. If they don't, you're gonna find that they don't trust you. And I know quite a few people, including one of my top coaches, whose relationships have gone and gone because somehow the skepticism came into play. The trust was broken, and once trust is broken, it's like a crack in a cup. You can never ever completely cover it. You can try to put more glaze on it, but it will always be there. And if you don't stop the crack growing deeper, it will grow deeper until the leak is too much and you can't stop the leak. So you need to do what you need to do, right? So I'm glad you're getting value during this, Sarah. It is very essential that we share these things. I know there are a lot of people who talk about relationships on social media, but today I'm talking about a relationship in addition to the practical juice you need to get that spouse to support you. Go get those dang results so your spouse will be the one holding your handbag as you step on that stage, or your man bag as you step on that stage and receive the accolades as your community starts to talk about you as their community leader that the community needed, as your children think you are their shiro or hero, and so on and so forth. I don't see any other questions. I think we are done here. Let me just double check before I assume there are no other questions, because I can now double check on here. I'm glad you got the value, Mary. So Jojo, I'm glad you're calling Debbie Dix. Virunji Sarah, I'm glad you got the advice today. Candy Revel, glad you like what I'm saying. Felicia Romo, where have you been? Jasper Tege, good to have seen you here today. So I think we're done. No other questions. Thank you, Wrinkle Remelia, for asking that question on Wednesday. I think have an amazing weekend ahead. It is kind of gray in the UK now. Like June arrived with a bang. Any other place other than Facebook? Even if you're watching me on Facebook, follow me, hit the follow button, watch the replay if you didn't get the gist of the rest of the thing. Absolutely subscribe if you're on YouTube so that you do not miss a single updates, because I do update my YouTube channel regularly. Subscribe to my podcast if you are a listener as opposed to a visual person. It's called Your Power Echoes on Podbean and SoundCloud and iTunes. So that's what Your Power Echoes. And I hope I've poured into you today. Thank you for gifting me your time, which is your life. I do not take it for granted.